So the present condition of this area here near to where my house is at, there's a lot of overgrowth, a lot of heavy greenery. The shrubbery is getting really lush. The vegetation is really coming out really quite nicely. I really like it. I'm pleased to. It kind of creates ambience, you know. There's places for the birds to land, and there's a lot of I have a lot of bugs on my property. There are insects around. I've seen some salamanders too once along that fence back there where there was some salamanders. And we have frogs too, little green tree frogs that turn colors. They're gray and with spots, dark brown and then gray, and then they have spots, and then they croak. You'll hear them once in a while. I haven't heard one in this area for quite some time though. It's been like 2 or 3 years. Or very rarely do you hear frogs making a call now here in this area. I think, you know, all the pesticides and all the weed killers and all the stuff people use in their lawns and stuff probably affects the wildlife, probably affects the amphibians. Little frogs, little critters probably get the chemicals that are being sprayed, and it's probably not good for them. And then I come out here with a weed whacker during fire season. So before this shrubbery out here turns brown, where it's a fire hazard, I'll come out here with my weed whacker and I'll cut it all down, so that there's no chance in the future of there being a fire. If there were any such event, I have these tanks that I have on my property, and they store. I have about 1,600 gallons of water stored, and they're topped off with rainwater. Yeah, I guess there's some legal issues. So if you live in a city and you're on a city sewer, they're going to meter your water at your house. So they're going to charge your sewage rate based on the amount of how much water you're using in your home. So there could be implications for people skirting having to pay that, and then they get around it and they use it for flushing their toilet and showering or whatever, or washing. So they're not paying the sewer for using the sewer. They're metering that through the water. And also there's land rights for ranchers if they have a stream or a creek. And that stream or creek, nobody can block it because they got cattle or sheep or livestock that drink the water. So in Utah they have some laws about that, where there was someone that had a car wash and they were using the rainwater stored to wash the cars with, and the law was broken because they were impeding the flow of water. And then there's issues with mosquitoes. Okay, if you don't have the proper netting and screens on your water catchment containers, they're not sealed. There's open areas. Then you can put vegetable oil and it will float on the water, and that works. That's what I use in the pond. But you know, it's been mosquitoes. I haven't seen very many mosquitoes. We had a pretty cold winter so far, so. This is where frogs hang out here. I had a few tree frogs in here one year. I hear them croak, and I'd go and I'd look and I'd see them sitting on the little ledge in there. I haven't seen any frogs in the area for quite some time. Yeah, I found some salamanders. I was cleaning my pond out one year, and let me show you the pond. There's some salamanders down there. So I have that hose is rainwater that's dripping into those gutters, and then the gutters fill that pipe there. And there's a cap on the bottom, and then I have a hose that goes and it spills over into the pond. And that yellow hose there, it's hooked up to a manifold that's underneath the porch over there. It's a five-way for each hose coming off of that. And they all join together, and then this one here is off of the manifold that's off of the main roof of the house up there. And I have some solar panels over there with some more rainwater storage vessels.